The business world is constantly looking for ways to make things more efficient, yet also reliable. Companies want to be able to be the best at what they do, and in many ways, the quality of work that is done can be traced back to the tools that are used to do the job. That's why today I am suggesting that the purchasing department consider switching from hard disk drives to solid state drives for future computer related purchases. I will first go into a little detail about the differences in the technology, and then go on to explain the major advantages in speed and reliability, and finally conclude with the pros and cons of pricing and cost of operation. So what are the differences in technology? Well, there are quite a few. Hard drives use a spinning magnetic disk with a mechanical arm that physically writes data in the form of bits, whereas solid-state drives use a technology called flash memory, which in the past has only been commonly used in smartphones, cameras, and other small-scale devices. With the innovation of the technology, flash memory is now cheaper to manufacture and can hold more data than ever, and the price continues to fall. The big difference is ultimately that hard drives have mechanical moving parts, while SSDs are all just electrical signals. This leads me to my next point, which is the difference in speed. Because there are no moving parts in SSDs, it greatly improves their speed, resulting in faster data transfer rates. Drive backups take substantially less time, and apps launch much quicker. This can all result in higher productivity rates from employees, as they will not have to wait as long to complete these tasks. These graphs to the right give a good indication of how much faster these devices are than their predecessors. The next thing I would like to talk about is the topic of reliability. As a business, we want to use the most reliable tools on the market to get the job done. When you look at the difference in failure rates between SSDs and HDDs, the probability is much higher for an HDD to fail over an SD. As this chart shows and predicts, the amount of data that the world creates grows exponentially every year, and it is easy to understand that we want the most reliable devices storing it. The final thing I would like to talk about is the idea of cost. Now, ultimately all I have stated before this means nothing if the technology is not easily affordable, which up until a few years ago was true for the most part. However, with significant advances in manufacturing technologies and the improved efficiency of the process, flash memory is much cheaper to make than it was 10 years ago. The price is still higher than the price of a hard drive, however it is much more comparable and a much more viable option. Plus, when you start to look at the energy savings and improved lifespan of solid-state drives, it could be just as cheap or even cheaper to switch from hard drives. The graphs to the right depict both the rapid decrease in prices for SSDs and the price of operation for both HDDs and SSDs. Ultimately, buying a solid-state drive could end up saving you money in the long run. As it is looking right now, SSDs are the way of the future when it comes to data storage, and many companies have already integrated the technology into their businesses. As the manufacturing and technologies improve, it is obvious it can only get more affordable from here. Thank you, and have a good rest of your day.